Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Another carry for Pierce. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Texans 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Looking to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Here's Pierce. Is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. the touchdown. Here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Purdy. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Christian Harris. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. On first down, here's Stroud. It's complete. It's Miller. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Give left side for Pierce. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Niners will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action here. Purdy. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
22 yards there, a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to zone blitz scheme. And you can draft anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pierce.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Dameon Pierce, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Jalen Petrie picks it off.
And the return will stop right around the 25.
Let's go now. Come back, team. Come back, team.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Now hang on here. Not what you want to see because Dalvin Cook injured, at least for the moment, and in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And now here is another interception.
And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down.
Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match. And maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle him.
They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the first down.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Pierce now up the middle to about the 35, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Warrior 17. Check it.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. This pass complete to Melton.
7 yards there and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Dragon 60.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing now is Stroud.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Darnell Washington,
his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Texans are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it is 28-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on the way to a lopsided victory.
Three. Ready.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Stroud sets up the play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Buffalo 18. 19 Lions.
Now Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
19 tight. Ready.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
18, Pioneer. Let go.
Play action. Stroud now. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Christian Harris. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Play action. Here's Stroud.
Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
Stroud.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The kick by Fairbairn is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At the 41-yard line. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Purdy will look to throw again here.
And now here is another interception.
And the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Check smash. Check smash. Ready?
Stroud off the play fake.
To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Here they go is an impressive 31-yard gain.
Check. Hurt.
In motion, it's Miller. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Stroud to throw it. Finding Miller once more, complete.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
79 Broncos. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Here goes Stroud again.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Cougar 19. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks. Go.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with an amazing diving catch.
And the Texans are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Purdy to throw it on first down.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Second down, here's Davis Price.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Purdy. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Ready.
On first down, here's Stroud.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a beautiful throw there. He's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Touchdown! Darnell Washington with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So, Charles, they are well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive performance.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. That is caught.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
18 yards, first down Niners. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10.
This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Setting up the screen for Cook.
Room to maneuver at the 35. Still on his feet.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle.
Moody good with the extra point.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
On the ready.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Ready.
And Stroud now to throw.
And that is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
2nd down. Here's Purdy to throw.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Second and 6.
Go, Reed. Go.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends.